Okay. Today's topic is one thing that I do. One thing. So just remember that word, those two words. One thing. And of course I'm going to add that I do, which is what Paul said. This movie is not a Christian movie, but it has this part in it that I think speaks to it. Speaks to what we're going to talk about today. The movie is called City Slickers. You probably never heard of it. It's about a group of city workers, executives, people who work in the city, that are so busy with their life that they have difficulties with their families, with the relationships that they have. So they decided as friends to go on a trip into the wild, where they have to go cattle herding. Ever heard of that?
No.
Bring a cattle from a certain city and bring it to another part of the city. And it's a hard job. It's like shepherds. And so they decided to do that with the help of course, this is an organized trip. And again, city people going into the wild. And through the movie, they go through a lot of difficulties, which is supposed to help them to learn about themselves. And so this scene, this 2-minute scene, is about that one main character speaking to the main person who leads them, the cowboy guy. Okay, it's not a Christian movie, so you're going to hear the S word once or twice. So ignore that part. I want you to concentrate on when he starts saying one thing. And just listen to those words. And then we'll come back, okay? So let's turn on the lights. That's what this works. It's not Japanese. Oh no, this is Google Chrome.
YouTube, right?
No, it's blue.
Okay, the person talking is Billy Crystal. You guys know him? He's a comedian. Going in, hold on.
Too slow.
Google Chrome sucks and Apple TV.
I have a TV.
We would get one if we could afford us all.
All right.
You get the official
Right.
but the clearance one.
I already have it at the spot, so it comes out of the spot.
Yeah, but you should have a TV and then you have Apple.
Yeah, Apple TV?
Yeah. You can have Apple, your iPhone, or your iPad. You have TV right now. I'm sure you are. No,
Okay. While we wait, while we wait, give me, listen up guys, listen up. While we wait for that to come up, you guys know the word multitasking?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Doing
Doing a lot of
multiple
things
tasks
at the same time.
Right.
I think.
Now, most people,
Wait, I'm waiting for a while.
Johnny? Most people are not good at multitasking.
There's no good people on.
Well, between genders, male and female, you know who's better at multitasking?
Female.
That's correct.
Male? Female.
No.
Females are always better at multitasking.
So bad.
A lot of us try to be what they call jack of all trades. Meaning, yeah, but not master of none. You're usually master of one thing. One thing. Okay, that's our topic today. If you try to be good at everything, you're not going to be good with everything. So, one thing. The Bible's going to talk about one thing a lot today.
Simple.
Okay, if it doesn't work, then we're not going to watch it.
Oh.
No.
You're trying, okay. You know what, before that, let's turn on the light and read the Bible verse first. Or read that.
Check.
I want you to turn to the book of Philippians. The letter of Philippians by Paul. The Apostle Paul wrote the letter of Philippians. I want you to turn to chapter 3. You know these verses well.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
The back. The back.
And I want to read verses 1 through 14, concentrating later on verses 12 and 14. But we're going to read starting at verse 1 to give you an idea what Paul is talking about here. Paul, in this chapter, the first part of the chapter, it says no confidence in the flesh. He's talking about himself, okay? As we read this, just think about Paul, the greatest apostle. Even before he became apostle, he was actually a pretty powerful Pharisee, a very powerful Pharisee. So, all right, let's read first. Okay, don't concentrate here. Let's concentrate on your Bible. Let's start with Elizabeth. Where are you? Elizabeth. Then we go that way. We go to the back, and we'll jump to this side. Okay, here, let's go. Everybody follow along.
Finally, my brothers, rejoice in the Lord. It is no trouble for me to write the same things to you again. It is safe for you.
Watch out for those dogs, those evil doers, those mutilators of the flesh.
For it is we who are the circumcision, we who serve God by the Spirit, who boast in Jesus Christ, and who we have confidence in the flesh.
Verse 4.
Though I, myself, have reasons for such confidence. If someone else thinks they have reason to put confidence in the flesh, I have more.
We'll go to the front. Oh, not yet.
Hello.
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed. Zoe, okay.
Circumcised on the 8th day of the people of Israel, of the tribe of Hebrew, in regard to the law of Pharisees.
Verse 6. John, Connie. Verse 6.
As for zeal, persecuting the church, as for righteousness based on the law, flawless.
For whatever remains to me, I now consider loss for the sake of Christ.
Beyond.
What is more, I consider everything a loss because of the surpassing worth of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord. For those sake I have lost all things. I consider them garbage that I may gain Christ.
And be found in him, not having the righteousness of my own that comes from the law, but that which is through faith in Christ, the righteousness that comes from God on the basis of faith.
I want to know Christ, yes, to know the power of his resurrection and participation in his sufferings, become like him in his death, and so somehow attaining to the resurrection from the dead.
Not that I have already obtained all this or have already arrived at my goal, but I press on to take hold of that for which Christ Jesus took hold of me.
Brothers and sisters, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it. But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead.
I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus.
Amen. One thing. Okay, thank you, Vincent. Let's watch it. One thing.
And then love was a shot I heard across the Panhandle, Texas. That's the biggest we'll learn for. else undone. Out in the fields, this young woman working down in the dirt. Just as President Jesus stood up to stretch it back. She was wearing a little cotton dress. Sandals almost right behind her. Showing sheep that God's given.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I know it's hard to understand him, but you'll get it.
I just turned around and rode away. Why? I figured it wasn't going to get any better now.
He's talking about his love.
Yeah, but you could have been, with her. Been with lots of them. Yeah, but she could have been the love of your life. She is. That's great. That's not great. No, that's wrong, girl. You passed up something that might have been terrific. My choice. I never did that. It's your choice. Cowboying's a different kind of life. Than the word cowboys. We're a dying breed. Still means something real. Couple days, we moved this herd across the river, drive through the valley. There's nothing like living in a herd. See, now that's great. Your life makes sense to you. What's so funny? You city folk, you worry about a lot of shit, don't you? Shit. My wife basically told me she doesn't want me around. She ready? I'm just saying. How old are you? 38. 39. Yeah. You don't come up here at the same times. Spend about 50 minutes a year getting knots in your rope, and then you're thinking 2 weeks up here on time for you. None of you get it.
Here we go.
Do you know what the secret of life is? No, what? This? Your finger? One thing. Just one thing. You stick to that and everything else don't mean shit. That's correct, then. What's the one thing? That's what you gotta figure out.
That's it. I know you're gonna see, you're gonna hear the but that's all you need to know. You need to know one thing. That one thing that can change your life. Of course, if you continue to watch the movie, what is his one thing? His family. He went back and made good with his family because he had a physical issue with his family. So, as they went out into the wild, went through a lot of life challenging.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, I'll shut that off too. Went through a lot of life challenging things that made him realize what is that one thing at the end. Again, for him, it was his family. But what about us here? I want to go back to the Bible. Go back to the Bible. I'm going to read to you verse 12, 13, and 14 again. Please listen carefully as you read along with me. Not that I have already obtained all this, or have already arrived at my goal, but I press on to take hold of that for which Christ Jesus took hold of me. Brothers and sisters, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it. But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward to Christ Jesus. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this morning. Like the song that we sang, Christ is enough. We give ourselves to you because we know you are enough. We're not to worry anymore, no doubt in our lives. But we must remember that one thing is to follow you. Talk to us this morning. Help us in our daily lives, in our relationships. Help us in our schoolwork. Help us in everything that we do. May we continue to walk in the path that you set for us and rely on you and not on ourselves. We pray all this in Jesus' name. Forgetting what is behind, straining what is ahead. Paul is basically telling us, telling you, telling me, forget the past. You know, a lot of us, we talked about this a lot, right? We think about the past, whether it be good or bad. And then you're like stuck in the past, whether, again, good or bad. But Paul said just get away from it. Get away from that. You're going to feel defeated if your past is not good. And you're going to feel never good enough if your past was better than it is now. And if that's the case, you're going to be stuck at where you are. You're not going to be able to get anywhere. There's a Scottish preacher, his name is Peter Marshall. This is his quote. Never let the past be so dear to you as to limit the future. The past has passed. Get past it. The past has passed, so let's get past it. Don't get stuck on it. So how do we do that? Paul says that very clearly. You forget about it, right? We talked about this before too. Just forget about it. Forget about what maybe was chaining you, having this problem with you, or maybe still with you right now. Your family issues again, your school issues, whatever. Forgetting what lies behind. That's what Paul tells us. But we read it, but we always forget. Because you continue to live in your old self. You know, you come to Christ and say, God, I'm giving myself to you. But you don't do it. You go right back to do the same thing. You go right back to your same old routine in your life. And then you wonder why you're so miserable. You wonder why your relationship stays the way it is. You wonder why every time I come on Sundays or maybe Fridays, everything gets good. You go to a retreat, everything gets good, right? And then you come back. And then you go back to your old self, your old world that you're supposed to get out of. You're supposed to give that to Jesus. The moment you're baptized, or the moment you claim Jesus to be your Savior, doesn't have to be baptized. You're supposed to be new. And we talk about this. We talk about this all the time, but I look at us, including myself, we don't. We say we do. We say we give our life to Christ, but you don't. Luke chapter 9, you don't need to turn to it. Luke chapter 9, 62 says this. Jesus says this. No one who puts a hand to the plow, like working, and looks back, and looking back all the time, is fit to serve in the kingdom of God. You can't. It's not that God doesn't want you. You can't do it. If you continue to live in your old self, and you all know what that is, I don't have to list them out. All the things that you think is holding you back, really get rid of it. Put it away. This one thing is repeated in the Bible. It's not just here in the Philippians. In the Gospel of John chapter 9 verse 25, I'll read it, okay? You don't have to go to it. John chapter 9 verse 25. Jesus was talking to a young man that he healed. You guys remember the story. He healed his blind eyes. And then all the Pharisees are asking him, well, who healed you? And this is his reply. They asked him, is Jesus a sinner? Is Jesus working on his own? So how can this person be healed? So they're questioning him. And this is what his reply to the Pharisees is. A word part. Whether he is a sinner or not, I do not know. But one thing I do know. One thing I do know. I was blind, but now I see. You guys remember that? I was blind, but now I see. So he may not know who Jesus is, but he knows what happened to him. You know who Jesus is, and you know what happened to you when you don't live that way. This person eventually went and tell people about Jesus. What about us? Is it your doubt that's holding you back? I don't know what's holding us back from being all you can be. The army is all, be all you can be, right? You don't have to go to the army to be all you can be. You already can be all you can be with the help of Christ. You are already a soldier of Christ. Where does the doubt come from? Where does the doubt that is in you come from? It could only come from two places. Could it come from God? Yes, it can. God is pushing you towards confidence and salvation, so God can give you some doubt and make you stronger. Thomas always had doubt before he saw Jesus. Doesn't mean he was a bad person. He just needed to see Jesus' hands at the crucifixion in order for him to strengthen his faith. That's fine. God may give that to you, but other parts of doubt comes from Satan. Because Satan's doubt is more paralyzing, it's more scary. It actually makes you stop doing what you're supposed to do. The other doubt makes you stronger, so you go towards it, the goal that you're supposed to go. But Satan's doubt makes you walk away. And let me tell you, most of us are doubting the way Satan wants us to be doubting. We doubt God. When life is tough, when things are not right, let me tell you, the first thing in your mind you're thinking, God, this is not fair, this is not right. We put everything on God, and we never take up that responsibility upon ourselves. Or is it maybe it's your parents, right? Maybe it's your brother that's bad, your sister that's bad. Oh, it's all your friends' fault. But what about us? What about us? When you don't have Christ in you, you say, Christ in me? You sure? But I'm a Christian. Is Christ in you? This quote comes from Billy Sunday. It's a real person, by the way. Evangelist Billy Sunday. He says this: with Christ you are saved, without him you are lost. With Christ you are saved, without him you are lost. And that's where we are today. In Mark's gospel, there is also a mention of one thing. And that's when Jesus met the rich young man. You guys know that story? Remember that story? A rich young man came to Jesus asking, how do I get into heaven? How do I receive eternal life?
Yeah.
Remember? Okay, we're good. Remember that story. Let me just read this part of it. Mark chapter 10, verse 21. As he was asking this question, and he said, I've done everything. I've done everything. I was such a good person. I went to church. I gave to the poor. I do all the things I want to do for you, Jesus. But Jesus says this to him. One thing you lack. Lack meaning you don't have. One thing you lack. Go, sell everything you have and give it to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come follow me. You remember that, right? He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Why couldn't he do it? Because of the material thing that is holding him back. What is this thing in your life that's holding you back that you cannot let go? That is taking away from your relationship with Christ. Whatever that is, and all of us know what that is. I don't have to name them. If I name them, you're going to think I'm talking about you. Okay, I don't want to name them. But you all know what's holding you back. What's holding you back, making you the person you are now. Maybe a little bit miserable sometimes, not happy. Not happy. You're not going to be joyful. Upset all the time about something. What's holding you back? Maybe it's that one thing. Now this is a negative part, the one thing that's holding you back. God said, let that go. For this young rich man, it's his riches, it's his material goods. And for you, I don't know what that is, but I'll tell you, most of you will have that problem as you get older because you're going to be making money, and money will become your life. Right now, your money comes from your parents. It's still important, but eventually when money comes from you, you're going to be very stingy about your money. You're going to not let God help you guide how to use your money. And by then, that one thing, that terrible thing, you've got to let go. So what is it that you're lacking, guys? What are you lacking? What is lacking? If you're lacking, come to God. Come to God. Everything you have belongs to God. Just remember that. Everything I have belongs to God. That means your time belongs to God. But God's not going to take it away. Trust me. God wants you to do what you want to do. You know, in the Bible, you all hear, oh, give 10% to God, right? Give 10% to God. God's only asking you nearly 10%. You get to keep the 90. But we're so stingy, we don't even want to give up that 10%. Remember, everything you own belongs to God. Your time, your money, your finances, everything. Your relationships, your grades, everything. Give it to God. Glorify Him in what you do. So don't put your trust in the things of this material world because it will destroy you. It will destroy you. So keep your eyes focused on Jesus. Keep your eyes focused on Jesus. He is the author of your faith, and He will sustain it. Nothing you can do to improve that. Keep your eye on Jesus. I used to play tennis, then I stopped, then I played softball. You guys know what softballs are?
Big softball,
We used to play a lot of softballs. Okay. And when I came to church, our group had a softball team. We actually competed with other churches.
Whoa.
But no more. We don't play that anymore. And we have
Why not?
We should, right?
Yeah.
We have Timothy who plays baseball. That's harder. That's harder, I think. But we play softball. A lot of you play basketball. Now, why do I want to talk about softball? Because there's some lesson here. One thing I've learned from softball. I have a pretty bad swing when I first started playing. When I swing and hit the ball, guess where does the ball go? Not past me, no, not that bad.
Goes outside, outfield.
It pops up.
Fail.
It pops up. It just goes whoop, and it's always out. Because no matter how I hit it, the ball just goes up, and the guy just waits and catches the ball and you're out. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. And I changed my stance, right? Okay, I'll stand this way, I'll stand this way. Or maybe I'll hold my bat this way, hold my bat this way. And I try everything. It doesn't work. And then my good friend, his name is Alan, he's still playing. He just turned 50, he's still playing.
Wow.
He played competitively, actually. He plays every 2 nights against a lot of big Hispanic people who are strong. He plays against them and he runs well. His health is better than mine. And when we play together, he's the one that got me into playing. And he said, okay, let me watch you swing. Let me watch carefully how you swing. And he saw my problem. And he solved my problem. So what is that one thing I was doing wrong?
You're hitting the ball with the bat, right?
You're
You're holding the ball instead of the bat.
You're outside. You're
It's my eyes. As I was swinging that bat, as I concentrate on the ball, as the ball flies closer to my bat, my eyes actually look to where I wish I could hit the ball. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I took my eye off the ball because I'm thinking I'm going to hit it right there. That's where I'm going to hit it. Once you take your eye off the ball, your whole body changes. My arm drops, my It's like a golf swing. If I play golf, that may be good. But now when you're playing softball or maybe even baseball, I'm pretty sure it's the same concept. One thing I was doing wrong is I am not keeping my eye on the ball. Are you keeping your eye on Jesus? Are you keeping your eye on Jesus? If you don't keep your eye on Jesus, I don't care how long you've been a Christian. Oh, I've been baptized when I was 5. Yeah, I've been playing softball when I was 19 when I came to church. For so many years, I was doing it wrong because I wasn't keeping my eye on the ball. If you don't keep your eye on Jesus, it'll be the same for you. I'm going to end with a story in the Bible here. Jesus, during this ministry, loves to go to this house of Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. You would know the story too. I'm going to read it for you. When Jesus came to this house to have a little gathering, of course, when people come to your house, you want to show hospitality, right? You want to make sure your house is clean and you provide some good food. So when Jesus came in this story here, Martha decided to do what? To cook. I'm going to go cook up a good meal for Jesus and maybe with his guests. But Mary, the sister, decided to do what? I'm just going to sit there, admire Jesus, and listen to what Jesus has to say when he comes. Okay, both are pretty good reasons, right? So as the day goes, there must be a lot of guests. The cooking chore gets so difficult. Martha gets tired and tired and tired, and he complains to Jesus. Why don't you tell Mary to help me? That lazy sister of mine, sitting there, waiting for the food to be served. And this is what Jesus said. Okay, I'm going to read Luke chapter 10, 38 to 42. Just listen, okay, you don't have to go there. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet, listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me. Does that sound like you? Does that sound like us? Me? The Lord says, Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed, only one. Only one thing. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. One thing is needed, and Mary is doing that one thing. Keeping your eyes on Jesus. Is that relevant for us today? Of course. You say, oh, that's Mary. That's Martha. Let me tell you, we're doing the same thing over and over again. In your family, if you're not keeping your eye on Jesus, let me tell you, you're going to have a difficult relationship at home. You will. It's guaranteed to happen. If you don't keep your eye on Jesus, you will have problems. So what are you going to do? You're going to choose Jesus, or you're going to choose your busy life? You guys are so busy. You know, I work. I think you guys are more busy than me. I know you go to school. I know schools are tough. But come on. I don't understand how busy you guys are. It's silly. And you're so busy, I ask you if you ever read your Bible, you're going to go, oh, I don't have time for that. Are you sure? You got time for everything else? So I want you to reorganize your life. Again, why is your life difficult? Is people bad for you? Are people not being nice? Are people not doing the things you want to do? Maybe it's you are not fixing your eyes on Jesus, so Jesus is going to have you. You have your family, I have my work, you have your schools, I have the church service. We all have things to do. But what about your relationship with Jesus? What part of that is in your schedule? What part of that personal relationship with Jesus is in your schedule? Let me tell you, a relationship with Jesus is the same with your relationship with later on with the one you love and you're going to get married. It's the same idea. If you cannot build that intimate relationship with Jesus right now, your relationship is not going to last. I'll just tell you that now. Because you're all going to be very selfish. I was too. You're all going to think about yourself. You are now. What makes you better when you become involved in a relationship that's more romantic? What is the difference? Oh, but I would love that person. Maybe for a month, maybe for a year. But once that focus is not on Christ and you focus only on yourself, I'll tell you, all your relationships are in. It's in badly. And we're not just talking about romantic relationship. I'm talking about your relationship at home. Your relationship with your brothers, sisters, your parents, your friends. You know, there's this verse I want you to look at. Let's turn to the book of Revelation. The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 20, and we will end. The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 20. Chapter 3, verse 20. Are you guys there? Revelation, last book of the Bible. Very simple. Right in the back. Chapter 3, verse 20. If you're there, I'm going to read. I'll read. Revelation, chapter 3, verse 20. Here Jesus is talking here, okay? Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person, and they with me. Is Jesus talking to an unbeliever here, guys? Do you know?
No.
Tommy is right. Jesus is talking to believers. So if you read this as, oh, Jesus is talking to those people that needs to open their hearts, or Jesus is coming into their life, you are wrong. Jesus is talking to you. All of us who are Christians today, Jesus is actually still knocking at your door. Does that mean you're shutting him out? Yes, you are. I am too sometimes. That's right. If you're going to shut Jesus out, he will keep knocking. He wants to come in and clean house. But if you don't let Jesus come in, you can keep that door closed. It's actually your prerogative. You can do it. You don't have to let him come in, but I'm a Christian. You are a Christian. But if you let Jesus stay outside, then you're just going to do the things your way because you're going to continue to be the boss of your life. Your old self is going to continue to be there. And that's the one thing that's holding you back. And it's going to keep holding you back. No one can help you. I cannot help you. Your parents cannot help you. Nobody can help you. Except Jesus who comes in if you open the door. If you lose focus, then focus back on Jesus. If you haven't opened that door, or you shut that door again and again, open that door. Let Jesus come. How would you respond? Are you going to open that door? Let me tell you, your life's going to be better, guys. I know you guys are miserable. Some of you are miserable with the things at home. I mean, I'm not saying that your life is just so terrible. But I know you guys are having difficult issues. I know. I can sit down and talk for an hour. Unless you open the door for Jesus to come in, nothing's gonna happen. You're gonna just see me as a nagging person. Probably now. But if you let Jesus in, only Jesus could do this. As I end the verse again, Philippians 3, chapter 3, verse 14. Forgetting what is behind, straining toward what is ahead. I press on toward the goal to win the prize which God has called me in Christ Jesus. One thing you gotta do, guys. One thing. It's not the finger, right? That part was pretty clear. One thing. What is that one thing? Follow Jesus. If you don't follow Jesus, then you'll continue to live in a life filled with difficulties, anger, being upset with everybody. But if you let Jesus come in to help you through his teaching, then you're going to be okay. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much. Please keep reminding us the one thing that we need to focus our eyes on. And that is you. I know we're like beating a dead horse. We're repeating the same thing over and over again. But that's because we can't seem to get our hands on this one thing. We cannot. It's just so difficult. We focus on the thing that we should put away. And that's our old selves. The old self that doesn't get us anywhere, brings us miserable time, that we are so upset with so many things in this world. Martha concentrated on one thing, and that's to listen to you. She concentrated on building that intimate relationship with you. And that helped her tremendously. We want the same. And therefore, we ask that you help us. Give us the strength, the courage to leave our old selves and to live for you. Because after that, everything in our life will fall into place. The true joy will come. And our relationships will flourish. Thank you, Jesus. We pray all this in Jesus' name. Okay, thank you. We're not starting the Bible study yet, so I still want you to go into your small group for at least 20 minutes, okay?